Today I'm wild camping with Adam. I've plotted out a 30km walk that takes me through the best of what the North York Moors has to offer. 30 kilometers with a 15kg rucksack was gonna be tough, but after finding out Adam forgot one crucial item, tough turned into torture on the second day.
Actual torture is this.
To make matters worse, I wasn't sure how good or even if the camping spot would be suitable at all. Quickly before we start the video, you could now buy the exact route that I took in this video. It shows you where to park along with a few other details. It's only a few quid and it saves you all the time researching it yourself. It's also a great way to support the channel, so thank you to anyone who does buy it.
I'm a silly bugger. Bit of shooting, fake shooting anyway.
But little did I know, just 24 hours later, we would have a run-in with some real shooters, and they weren't happy.
Let's go down here. It looks like there might be a bit of a waterfall, so we'll go explore and see if there is. So we've come here, we've found the waterfall. There might be another one down there. It's a lovely little ravine, is this, like. A bit windy, we just stood on this rock. A bit sketchy, but we wanted to get a nice view of that waterfall. Look at that. Rushing down. Lovely, just hidden away. So it's not the best start. We're probably only a few kilometres in and we've been walking on relatively flat ground, but like the back of my foot starting to rub a little bit. Maybe my feet have not quite recovered from Poland yet. I know I've still got some tiny blisters on my toe and the front of my foot, so I have to see how we go and hopefully it's not too painful. So you can't see it, but just down here is the source of the River Esk, which runs out all the way to Whitby. So we're going to come down here into this nice valley. I chose this area because I thought this is just quite a nice little valley, isn't it? Here we go, the Esk Valley walk. Bending off the pretty boring track, still nice but kind of boring. Onto a footpath, down into the valley floor. So Adam's having some shoulder issues carrying the bag. It's not the best bag and he hurt his shoulders a bit yesterday chopping some wood. So I suggested that he does this and he says it's helping at the moment. We can try to walk away so I can't get the full front angle. Looks a bit silly but effective.
I can't see where I'm going though.
Yeah, that's a good point, like you can't see where you're putting your feet.
But this would be the least of his problems when we realised Adam had forgot an essential item that would make this trip a lot harder. Not just for him, but for both of us.
We stopped on the way here to get some water for Adam, and now he's left it in the car. That is just so funny. Well, it's not funny because I'm going to have to share my water. Luckily, I finally got a water filter, so I can filter out some water. When we use up the water I've got in my bag, I can filter out some more. I've got about 2 litres on me.
But that relied on us finding a suitable water source to filter from.
There we go, I nearly missed that. We're turning right down here. We're gonna have a nice little crossing over the stream. First time we'll really get to see the stream properly. Not a very easy path to see though, look at that. It is overgrown and wet here, but look at that. Lovely little stream. Nice little bridge. It's just a tiny secluded valley here. It's really nice, like you're down here and you can't really even see much else other than sides of the valley. It's like an official long distance walk is the Esk Valley trail, but like it's just overgrown. At points you can barely even see the path at all and I'm questioning if we're even on it anymore. Tell you what, it is absolutely lovely when that sun comes out. Still following this stream down. I think we're going to follow it for the whole way down this valley. But this is what it's all about, like it's October, look how wet that is. A full stream running down there. We're in middle of October and we've just got a day like today. Like this is what's really good about not having a job. Like I can just come out, enjoy the sun, just a random day, don't need to plan it in advance. I wish everyone had the benefit of being able to do this because it's just so nice. I think it's what humans need, just to be able to go out and enjoy the good weather when it comes. So that's the valley we've just come down. We're nearly at the end of it now, but it was really nice. Just maybe a bit too wet and boggy coming along this path at times. I think of the North York Moors, this is the kind of scenery that I imagine. Rolling fields, rolling hills, beautiful. Look at these views, just lovely, so peaceful here. Every now and then you just hear the chirp of a bird. Look at Some of the colours on them trees, that one. Lovely autumn colours. Just look at that view behind. That is just so picturesque. So just having a quick bite to eat. Look at that. Morrison's Bakery marshmallow chocolate brownie. Absolutely love it. Have it all the time. Look at that. Not too bad a view either, is it? Lovely rolling hills. So we're out on the open moorland now, which we're going to be on for the rest of today and the start of tomorrow as well. But it's not too bad looking out there, is it? Oh well, how are we going to get across this? Alright, this looks like it's going to be a jump, doesn't it? I like drinking this water, it smells a bit, doesn't it?
The strange smell would cause us some problems the next day when trying to filter water.
I think we'll have a well-deserved sit on this bench, relax for a little bit. That is nice. Lovely little bridge, isn't it? Not a bad little spot. This is it. I love these just little streams that are running through. It's just like miniature valleys. Like they're only like what, like 20 foot down, but when you're down here, you could be anywhere. You could be in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I mean, to be honest, we are in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So I've had a nice little rest there, ready to tackle the final 5 kilometres. But we've done about 10 miles so far, so I reckon we'll have done a good 13, 14, 15 miles by the time we get to the camp spot. And that's if there even is a camp spot. I don't know about this spot. I've just seen somewhere on a map and I thought, oh, that might be all right. It could be boggy. It just might not be a spot. So we'll have to see. But we've got about 1.5, 2 hours till it gets dark. We've just been powering it up these like dirt tracks because there's a bit of an incline on them, but not really too steep. So we're just putting our foot down, getting to the camping spot as quick as possible. The sun's trying to make an appearance, but not quite. You never know, it might just peek out in the next 20 minutes or so before it goes down. So as you can see, the sun's definitely on its way down. It is getting a bit dark, not dark, but definitely lost a bit of light. The plan is to camp in this ditch, or the ditch, in this little valley. There's a little stream down here. I'm just hoping we can find a nice spot. So we're nearly down to our spot, our potential spot, and the sun's just come out just from beneath the clouds. Just a nice little reward to greet us to our, hopefully, our camping spot. Look at that, isn't that just lovely? Absolutely amazing. Kind of down there is where I earmarked out. I couldn't tell exactly how flat it was. It's definitely not flat, so you could probably, I mean, it's not ideal. You're right next to a track or whatever, but you could stick a tent there. You could even stick 2 there if you're really struggling. So we've made it down to our camping spot and we think it's actually going to be possible, luckily. So we've got this spot, as you can see, a lot of sheep who have outside. I was just clearing some of it out. One tent here in this kind of area. And there's another spot a bit similar to this, literally just there. So I think that's worked out pretty nicely. We've got the stream just down here. Nice little valley. We've been walking on like fairly repetitive moorland for the last couple of hours, and then we've come here and it's just like a nice little valley, so pretty happy with this find, to be honest.
It was now time for my first drink on a wild camp in over 3 months. Of course it had to be my favourite, straight Malibu.
This has been a long time coming. Cheers. That's just nice. That's just well deserved. We've done 12, just over 12 miles today. Pretty well deserved. Nice sky behind, isn't it? So this is gonna be probably my spot. As you can see, it's a bit lumpy, but like, it's honestly, it's not too bad. So now I've got my ground sheet down. You can see there's a little bit lumpy. There's a bit of a lump there and a bit of a lump there, but that is, I've just laid on it and it's not too bad at all, really. It's really not that bad. That is up. Not too bad. If you watch the channel, you'll know I don't always get it up too well, but I think after probably over 20 camps to this tent, I'm finally getting used to it. It always looks on the camera like really like squashed and like, yeah, it looks funny on the camera. It's just the GoPro's lens, it makes it look a bit peculiar, but that is not too bad at all. Look at that. That's a nice spot, isn't it? Right, so we're all set up inside. Let's have a look in here. It's going to be a bit tricky to do because I'm trying to hold my phone torch just to get a bit more light, but I've got the Leviathan EV900 by OEX. My usual old camping pillow, it's just a rubbish one. And I've got the whatever it's called, regular wide. That looks cosy to me in there. I'm going to be nice and toasty in there tonight. Looking forward to it, I really am. And honestly, I have missed camping. Like, it's been like at least a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And like, I don't know, it's tricky sometimes to get out there. It's like 2 days of your time, and sometimes finding the weather, like, it's not ideal. It's easy to talk yourself out of it, but like, once you get out, it's just amazing and it's just so relaxing. I really need to try to do it more, even coming up over autumn, even into early winter. Right, so I've got a corned beef mix. Thanks, Mum, for the corned beef mix. She made it, so appreciate that. And then I've got my mash. My mash is ready, so it's going to get cold. I might eat some of that while I wait for this. And then I'm going to slap some beans of it, so it's kind of like a corned beef hash type thing. Should be pretty nice. Look at that up there, that's the moon. I know it looks like pretty rubbish on the GoPro, it probably looks like a tiny little white speck, but like in person it just looks absolutely amazing. You can see like different like darker bits on it, and it's just a full moon, literally. So circle it looks. Anyway, what you've all come to see, a weight on this bad boy. Got the corned beef, the beans and the mash at the bottom. It should be pretty nice. Nice hearty meal, should give me plenty of energy because I've got a good 10 miles of walking tomorrow, so after I've had, you know, nearly half a litre of Malibu, this will just do the trick for me, I think. Adam's cooking up his tea down there. He's got some sort of casserole, something.
Thank you, Mum.
Thanks to his mum as well.
Stew or
the mums are really pulling through for this trip, so shout out to all the mums out there. So we're just coming up to 11. I'm just coming up to 10, and look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but the condensation on that is insane. So it's about 11:15. I've just had a Kit Kat chunky caramel, which was very nice, in my sleeping bag now, nice and toasty, and I'm probably not even going to zip it up fully really because it's not that cold tonight. It's probably like 7-8 degrees or something. But yeah, it's been a really nice day walking that valley earlier. We're absolutely lovely. But the main thing is we've got to get some water tomorrow. I've got my water filter, not used it yet, but that water down there, like just in this area, it's like really brown water, and I feel like even when you filter it, it's still just going to taste a bit funny. Like, it'll be all right for you, it'll just taste a bit funny, but we're down to like our last like 300 millilitres after Adam forgetting his, but that's an issue to solve tomorrow. So I'll see you all when I get up, whenever that is. Good night. Right, so it's about 8 o'clock now. I've just woke up, not had too bad a sleep to be honest. It feels a bit chilly this morning, so let's have a look and see what it's looking like outside. Let's have a look out here. I'll try not to get all the water in on me. Probably will end up doing it. That is a bit misty, pretty gloomy. Yeah, so as you can see, it is very foggy. Look at that, absolutely in the fog. So this is our spot. I think it's honestly good. I'm really happy with it. And it were a bit lumpy, but once I got my sleeping mat down, I couldn't even feel that it was lumpy at all really. And the stream's just down here. This is going to be our water source for the day. Hopefully it doesn't taste too bad. And that's Adam's tent over there, which I'm not sure if he's even awake yet. I think that is not a bad spot at all. Honestly, I'm really happy with this spot. Right, let's filter some of this dirty water and see how it tastes. It's my first time using this, so it should be pretty interesting. I've got the soya squeeze. I think it's just a normal size one, not the mini one. So I'm going to fill up this bag and then I'm going to filter the water, see how it tastes. Hopefully it's quite nice because this is the only water we have for the day. Whoa. There we go, we have one bag of dirty water. Let's go put it through the filter and try it. Right, let's filter this water. It's still gonna look pretty brown, I think, but the theory is that it should be clean, so it should be all right to drink. It's not actually brown, I'm quite shocked at that. Wait, hold up. Oh no, it's a bit brown. It's not as brown as it was though. Right, so it is still a bit brown actually, but let's give it a taste and see what it tastes like. Definitely has a taste to it, but it'll do. It's not too bad, is it? But after drinking a bit more, the taste was stronger than we first thought. So here we go. We've got that dirty river water. I'm joking. It is the dirty river water, but that's not actually how brown it is quite. It's just we're having a makeshift mocha, bit of hot chocolate and coffee mixed in one. just to wake us up and hopefully get rid of that taste, that water. Because I know, like, I've filtered it, but I know there is also limitations to a filter, and I'm not quite sure what they are, but that water tastes like, I don't know, maybe it's like a copper flavour, almost like the flavour you have like when you can taste your own blood. I think that maybe is copper, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if that's safe, so I'm gonna try like drink it sparingly. That's not too bad at all, really. Just like at home. I've lost the lid for this. I've just been watching back on my GoPro footage, trying to work out where it is. And I think I might know where it is. Let's see if it's there. If it's not, then we're in trouble. What would I do if I didn't record everything, honestly? I don't know if I'd have been able to find that, but luckily I recorded the whole process, so I can. There you go, it's brightened up now. A little bit of blue sky, almost, kind of, sort of not. But yeah, that's the spot there. Pretty nice. Just have to start taking the pegs out. The sun decides to try and make a little appearance. Definitely a lot nicer than it was when we first woke up now. Right, so we're all packed away now, obviously. No trace, no case. Made sure we've got all our rubbish and all that stuff. But look at the weather now, like, sun's out behind me that way. Blue skies that way, like, just typical, isn't it? That's just how it is though sometimes in morning. We have got 10 miles though to walk now to get back to the car, roughly 10 miles. And we've only got the blood water, the water that tastes a bit funny. So once we get out of this valley, I'm gonna check online and see if it's safe to drink. But even if it is, I'm not gonna be drinking much of it. It's not nice. There you go, there's the spot, looking from the other way. Honestly, what a lovely spot. Let's go on with this 10-mile or so trek back to the car, because we've got no more food on us really. So we'll be ready for some lunch because it's already 10 o'clock. So I've just had a quick Google and it seems to say it's probably best to avoid it if it tastes like heavy metal, which I don't really know what that tastes like. I know what it sounds like, I don't know what it tastes like. So we're gonna try not to drink it. If we have to, we'll just sip it very slowly because I'm not sure how good it is. So it could be a bit of a struggle to get back here. 11 kilometers to go. No water, or no good water. So we're just coming up to the crossing now where we're going to turn off to go down back to the car. We're just trying to decide whether to go down. There's a long boring track and then we join onto the track we started out on yesterday, or we can cut down into the valley, but the cut down into the valley might go right near where there's some people shooting, so I'm a bit worried because I don't really want to get shot because it's pretty foggy right now. Right, so we're going to try find this path. It might be a little difficult to find. If not, we'll just send it straight down the moors. So at least we've got a footpath sign so we know we can make it down. They're shooting somewhere nearby, I don't know where. We can, every now and then we keep hearing the voices. So we're hoping we don't get shot. Could make good content though, couldn't it? So the shooters are just over there in the fog. So I think we've made it out alive, hopefully. Never mind, there's literally loads of people shooting. Loads more, all down there. A good 15 of them or something. So we just ran into a load of the shooters. There are a load of them congregated in one area and they're like, "Are you all right, lads?" I'm like, yeah, you. And then they're just like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "We're just trying to get down to the valley." I'm like, "I'll just follow that track down there." And I pointed at this kind of track here. I know it's not a perfect track, but to me this is a track. You can literally see it's parted out and it looks like a route on the map. But this guy turns around and he's like, "Oh, there's no tracks around here. That's how I don't know how you've got here." And I'm like, "Well, we followed a track. We literally followed a footpath sign." And then he's like, "Oh, you're lucky you've not got shot. It's a shooting day." Nice, nice. And if this isn't a track, then I don't know what is. What is that? There's literally a fucking footpath sign there. Pardon my French, but like that guy just told us, "Oh, there's no path here." And like we lost a tiny bit just coming through. We maybe came through that wall a little bit too early. But what is this? Oh, I don't know how you've got here. Maybe we followed the footpath, mate. A pretty nice valley. I think this is definitely more enjoyable than going on that old railroad. This bridge is so slippy, look at this. Look at this though, even a bit of blue sky out now. Just a nice stroll through the valley floor. And then we just got to climb at the end to get back up to the car. I'm glad we came down here, apart from the little mishap with the entitled shooters. Definitely worthwhile, it's really nice down here. Lovely autumnal colours on the trees. It's sort of fair walked all the way down valley, I think. I'll tell you what, my feet are pretty sore. I think Adam's got a blister as well. We've done probably, I don't know how many miles we've done today, a good few, maybe even 5. Still got a good few to go. Nearly just twisted my ankle. The no water situation, because we don't want to drink the other water just to be safe. It's not good. I've seen some impressive trees that look like they shouldn't still be standing a lot of times in my life. I think this one might just be the most impressive I've ever seen. Look at this. Look at that. That is, how is that? How does that even work? That is just defying the laws of physics. And you got that one over there that's like growing inside the wall. Absolutely crazy. It's literally just been held by these branches here. That's crazy. This road is just trying to kill us off. Look at this for a hill near the end. I mean, we've probably got a good 3, maybe 4 kilometres to go, but this is just a killer. My feet are definitely struggling, like they were rubbing after 2 miles yesterday. They are struggling now badly, and just this constant up and down on this road is really finishing us off. Right, so we are definitely dying for a water and a sit down. And also probably a bit to eat. I think just up here and around the corner is our final hill. And then we'll get to the little village, which might have something. Maybe we can buy something to drink or whatever, and then we've just got a tiny hill to go. Yeah, it's pretty cloudy right now, but the village, well, I can see roofs, or a roof. I'm hoping that is the village. Oh yeah, I can see a pub, I think. Yeah, so this village is dead. On the map it said there might be a petrol station, but I don't know whereabouts in the village it is. We don't really want to walk about unnecessarily, so it looks like we've got here the final hill, which is going to be a killer. It's a 25% gradient, and it's probably a good mile as well, maybe longer. It is going to be torture, but we've got water in the car at least. There we go. This looks like the start of the big climb. Starting is off steady, and then it's going to get pretty bloody steep. Up here, round there, round and up there. We are definitely struggling now. My feet are so sore, I feel like they're on fire. Here you can see we've made it up a little bit from the town down there. Oh, my throat is so dry. Final push to go. 20% it is. Not 25 like I said, but still pretty steep. I am tired. Some kind people driving past just shouted out if I want a lift, but that'd be cheating, wouldn't it? Got to do it properly. Final push. Adam's just completely left me. Pretty sure my bag's a little bit heavier as well. That's not going to stop me getting up here. Actually, I've just remembered stupidly, I'm carrying like nearly 2 litres of that rubbish water that we're not even going to drink. Should have tipped most of that out. The end is in sight. Just there. This is literally a killer, is this final hill. The end is not far, but like, wow. I'm sweating, I'm tired. The end is just a bit up there. Thank God. This just probably doesn't even look steep on the camera, but wow. Ah, I've got a bad toe as well. This is a killer. Actual torture is this. If you want the nice easy route, definitely just take the slightly more boring railroad and avoid this hill we've come from all the way down there. I'm hoping this is it. Just up there. Then I'm going to go to a local shop and absolutely stuff my face with a load of delicious treats. This one even the top. All the way up there. Looks a bit steadier at least. Definitely has been a fair climb up there though, wow. It's within touching distance, I can see the path. Ah, my toe. I can see the path that we turned off yesterday when we started. It is so close. I can see a little sign that's in the car park current. No water, about 10 miles. And we've done it, or just about done it. Let's go up and finish this final bit off. You can just see the front of my car peeking out there. There we go, back to the car now. Honestly, me and Adam up that last bit, we had to dig pretty deep for that. That was tricky, feet were very sore. But we've made it, and the more discomfort you go through, the more relaxing and comforting it's going to be. Even just sitting in the car on the way home, and then when I get home, it's just going to be a lovely Friday night, relaxing in, and just doing absolutely nothing. So I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and drop a sub. And if you want to watch another one of my videos, click the screen now.